Socializing your dog or puppy. Ongoing socialization is extremely important to prevent behavior problems. Socialization is especially important before the age of 6 months, but should also throughout your dog's lifetime. Gentle socialization plays a huge role in preventing aggression and fearful behavior. Lack of socialization can lead to hyperactive behavior, barking, shyness, and aggression. The younger you begin socializing your dog, the better, but all dogs can be gradually brought into new and even initially fearful situations and learn to enjoy them. Socialization is a lifelong process. For example, if your dog does not see any dogs for months or years at a time, you would expect his behavior to change around them when he does finally see them again. How to expose your dog to something new or something he is wary of. Make sure that you remain calm and upbeat and keep his leash loose, if he is wearing one. Expose him gradually to what he is fearful of, never forcing him. Allow him to retreat if he wants to. Reward him for being calm or for exploring the new situation. Try to expose your dog regularly to all of the things and situations you would like him to be able to cope with calmly in the future. Progress slowly enough so that it is easy for your dog to enjoy the sessions. It will seem like a lot of time to spend at first, but it will pay off with a well-behaved dog. Below are some examples, but is not an exhaustive list. Meeting new people of all types, including children, men, crowds, people wearing hats, disabled, etc. Meeting new dogs due to disease risk. Do not bring your pup to areas with lots of dogs until after 4 months, unless it's a well-run puppy kindergarten. Positive training classes are great for this. Exposure to other pets such as cats, horses, birds. Teach him to enjoy his crate. Riding in the car, be sure to restrain him using a secured crate or dog seat belt for safety. Being held, touched all over and in different ways, being bathed and groomed. Visiting the veterinarian's office, groomer, daycare, boarding kennel. Exposure to loud noises and strange objects. Umbrella opening. Exposure to traffic, motorcycles, bicycles, skateboards, joggers. Getting him used to being left alone for a few hours at a time. Strategies to deal with problem behaviors. More specific problem-solving help is at the end of the book. Prevention, socialization and the creation of a proper living environment are key factors to avoiding problems. Try to imagine all of the elements of his life with humans that he will need to accept to be comfortable with us, such as being bathed, walking on streets, vacuum cleaners, etc. Teach your dog that such things are not scary by slowly introducing him using treats, toys and praise. Another key prevention is to create a means of communication through training. Once you've taught the dog that calm behavior is frequently rewarded and that you control access to all of his favorite things, you have made a big step towards solving any problems that may come your way in the future. Keep the dog's environment appropriate for him. Think about the amount of exercise he's getting, whether his intellect is being challenged, or if he has enough opportunities to socialize with other dogs and people. Make sure his diet is good and his health is well maintained. Let him feel the confidence that comes from working for a living and the security or having a strong leader. Ask him for a behavior before giving his access to good stuff like the couch or his dinner. Finding solutions. Many problems reported by dog owners are with behaviors that are instinctual to the dog, such as barking, digging, pulling, jumping up, nipping, chewing, etc. Others are things that we have accidentally trained into the dog, such as barking for attention. It helps to try to understand what is the dog's motivation for his behavior. For example, why won't your dog come to you when he's playing with other dogs even though he knows what come means? If your dog chooses not to come to you, sometimes it is probably because coming to you is not more rewarding than what he is currently doing. To help change that, when you call him, be sure you have a good treat and oftentimes let him continue playing. Begin your practice with short distances. Below are some helpful steps to follow when trying to decide how to help your dog through any problem behavior. 1. Consider his environment and health. Is he getting enough exercise, both mental and physical, a good diet, enough sleep, etc.? Could the misbehavior be due to a medical problem? 2. Prevent the misbehavior until you've had time to teach him what you want him to do. 3. Make sure that you are not accidentally rewarding the misbehavior. Hint: any response could be interpreted by your dog as a reward. Ignore the misbehavior or give him a 5-minute timeout in a safe but boring area. 4. Think of something that you could reward that would replace the misbehavior. For example, teach your dog to sit instead of jumping up to receive affection. Do your best to ask him for and reward the behavior you want before your dog begins to misbehave. Make sure your reward is of more value to your dog than the misbehavior. Practice the replacement behavior and reward the correct response, ignoring mistakes. Begin with challenges that are easy for him and then gradually increase the difficulty. 5. If your dog's misbehavior is caused by fear, try to change his dog's mind about the scary thing by pairing it with something he loves. For example, if your dog has a problem with the mail carrier, teach him that the mail carrier's visit is followed by a super treat. He will soon begin to look forward to the mail carrier's visits. This technique works best if you also work to prevent him from getting so worked up. 6. Compromise and be patient.